People having a living master, if they don't go to see him, they are missing out something. Their mind takes hold, and mind starts making master saying this, now master saying this, I am following the master. No, you are following the mind. Go to the master and say, my mind said these things. Did you say that? He says, of course not. I wasn't even there. It's your mind speaking to you. Therefore, so important to be able to see that human being who is a perfect living master can express so much of unconditional love that touches you, and your unconditional love flows out and inside and pulls you from inside. How important it is to have darshan. Darshan is very important. And what is darshan? Seeing the master, looking at his face. You look at his face with the love that he expresses, you close your eyes, go and meditate, his face will come by itself, not by your effort. And dhyan will take place automatically. How often should you see a master? I think I mentioned once earlier in one of my talks that a person who had come from overseas and was talking to great master, my master, Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh. He said, Master, we would all like to be with you. How often should we come to see you? Is it enough that we have seen you, got initiated, now we'll go back home and we'll meditate and get everything? Master said, no. You should see the master for his darshan. And even more important, for his drishti. The difference between darshan and drishti is just looking at a master. Drishti is when the master looks at you with attention. That's even more valuable. One drishti you can carry with us, it lasts a long time. But how long? So that guy asked the master, how often should we meet you? He said, the best answer would be every day. So, Master, if we are not living with you, not living in the same town, we have to come from outside. He said, in that case, once a week is fine. Now, on that answer, my grandfather, who became a disciple of great master much later after my father, but he was a very devoted master. When he heard that, he, for the rest of his life, went to see great master every week, once a week. Then that person said, but what if a person is living very far away and cannot afford even to travel? Master said, then in that case, even 1 month visit to a master is good enough. Then he said, Master, what about people living overseas who have to really spend a lot of money to come and don't even have the time, they're all busy. How often should they come? Great Master said, for such people who are so far away, once a year is good enough. And that guy said, Master, supposing one cannot come once a year. Master smiled. He said, they can wait for their next life. This is, from Master's point of view, one life is not the whole time frame available. There's so many lives. Of course, they try to restrict time available to a disciple of a perfect living master to no more than 4 lives. They work within a small frame of 4 lifetimes. Nobody initiated by a perfect living master can ever have more than 4 human lifetimes. But if you can't even see a master in a physical form, then naturally you need more time. Maybe 2 lifetimes, 1, 3, 4. But the point here is, can we really afford to go and see a master that often that the great master recommended? My answer is yes. It only needs a revision of our priorities in spending money. We spend money on so many things which we think are very important, very gratifying. Visit to master comes at some lower priority. Put it on top, you'll always be able to go to the master. It's our priorities.